Hi, thank you for your. There's a fucking Beatbo doll this is my room. Anyways, thank you for your question. So no, I never like cringe or get angry when I hear my birth name. But I started my medical transition now since it's 2024. It would be almost 8 years ago. If you had to ask me like 8 years ago, at the beginning, it would have been a definite yes. So when I came out, I had like someone who I would consider like, a mentor at the time. They had been transitioning for a very long time. Like he had already been on hormones, had top surgery, he was on his way to fallow. To anyone who's not a part of the trans mass community, phalloplasty is like one of the, I would say, the most common, as far as I know, bottom surgery when it comes to trans men. I had like just started hormones and it was really hard to find people that were further in their transition that weren't complete assholes, to be frank. There is a lot of toxic masculinity in the trans mass community, which I myself have contributed to at times. But a lot of the time, you feel like other trans men, especially ones that have been transitioning longer than you or are older than you, are unapproachable because, everyone's so defensive and like pumped up on testosterone. But at this particular time that I was talking to my mentor, I felt, really down on myself because I just wasn't passing. And my husband's cooking, he just put off the smoke alarm. Now that I'm even years later into my transition, I still do not consistently pass all the time. But I was down and out about it, and I was just having a really rough time. And I remember him telling me, the things that you get worked up about now, at the beginning of your transition, years from now, you're just not gonna care. I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, listen, man, I got a friend. He is a bodybuilder. He's fucking gigantic and he gets misgendered sometimes and he don't care. And I found that a little hard to believe because I was, always upset when people like, called me by my birth name or, misgendered me. Like, not that I went apeshit on them, but it hurt. My transition has been such a long road. I mean, I even detransitioned for a while. It's been a journey. And now, he's right. I just don't care. My birth name was Megan Julie. I know that's something most trans men would keep private, but I don't like giving other people any type of power. And honestly, like, I'm proud of the name that I was given. It's not my legal name now. It's not what people call me now, usually. But I was named after my great aunt. She survived polio. My dad named me Megan, like, spelled a certain way because, like, it was the Gaelic spelling. That means a lot to me. Like, people gave me that name because they cared about me. And even though as Megan, I'm not always like proud of the things I did back then, there's a lot of growth and a lot of work that I am very proud of. So nowadays, honestly, I'm not really offended by much of anything to do with my transition. The only time I get offended, I'd say, is, when people comment on my parenting and stuff like that, but not really enough to, you know, start a riot or anything.